One big snowstorm can lead to a month or 2 or 3 months of bad air. When you have good snow cover on the ground, you're almost doubling the amount of sunlight available to perform the photochemical reactions that make ozone. Ozone is, for the most part, not emitted from human activity. Instead, then, we emit oxides of nitrogen, or NOx, and VOC, or volatile organic compounds, and they react together to form ozone. Here, then, almost all of the VOC comes from the oil and gas industry. And really that's because that's most of our industry in this area is oil and gas. We don't have a lot of manufacturing or things like that, and not a lot of population, so cars aren't a big source of VOC here.
We're also standing here really in the middle of the winter when you wouldn't expect to find ozone. So we need to understand why we're getting the high levels of ozone during the winter, and what the chemical mechanisms are and that sort of thing. Once we understand the chemistry, then we can go back to our emissions inventory, where this stuff is coming from, whether it's oil and gas or cars or wood stoves or whatever, put it together to essentially form mitigation strategies to control the ozone.
Okay, so we're heading west from Vernal to the Uray National Wildlife Refuge. It's a wild refuge amongst a morass of industrial development. There's not a lot of places you can go and just have these unmatched views filled with wildness anymore. Behind us, I mean, we have a lot of the new development, a lot of the new oil drilling and fracking that's going on. And what we see runs the gamut. We've got flaring going on, we've got drilling happening, there's pump jacks that are running, that are pumping oil out of the ground. We've got trucks driving everywhere. This is industry. This is the oil and gas industry at work on our public lands.
The Uinta Basin ranks at about the top of the list in terms of the strength of inversion conditions. So an inversion means warm air aloft and cold air at the ground level. And so any pollution that's formed just builds up and concentrates. That difference between the cold air here and warm air above is highest here in the basin compared to almost anywhere else. And it creates air quality problems really throughout the state.
This unique geography demands equally unique air quality solutions. This year, I am sponsoring a bill that gives Utah the ability to propose and enact state-specific solutions to our air quality challenges.